Hi, everyone. Time to get into it. NBA action on 2K Sports. Joined by Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan. David Aldridge is with us on the sidelines. So Atlanta will get the first possession. Outside Curry. Beyond the arc. Wembanyama with the rebound.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Duncan up on top. Pass to Wembanyama. Oh, good on the triple.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now here's Roy. Here's Malone. 5 to shoot. Duncan inside. No one near Curry as he lets it go. That's good, and so Duncan with the assist.
Such a quick release. As soon as the ball touches his hands, it's gone.
There's Thomas with the three.
You just gotta love watching a big man hustle on the glass. This is what his team expects and needs from him.
Curry outside. Rebound, Brooklyn. The greatest shooter ever, Steph Curry. You played with him. What was it like seeing him day in and day out?
I had the pleasure of playing with Steph the first year he broke the NBA record for threes in a season. And when I tell you he was just scratching the surface, he was always looking to push the boundaries, to see what he can do, and to work at every aspect of his shooting.
Back to Duncan. Sinks the triple.
It's rare that you see this from Duncan, so you know he had to really like the shot.
Pass to Duncan. Lets the three fly. Good on the triple.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
First personal foul. First team foul.
The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Here's Ball. Tim Duncan grabs the miss. Outside Roy. Pass to Duncan. Another three for Atlanta.
It's rare that you see this from Duncan, so you know he had to really like the shot.
And the wide open shot from Duncan. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Duncan surveying the D. Outside for Roy. Down low. Here's Malone. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, and Malone excels at putting himself in a great position, really on both ends. Just a dynamite rebounder and interior scorer.
Some big guys struggle at the line, not him. He's put in the work to defy that assumption.
To stop the run. Rebound, Malone. Atlanta leading by 8. And Roy, here we go. And then Roy with the dunk.
And just showing off for the crowd a little bit there. Roy enjoys putting on a show.
That one goes. Count it.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that really are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Yeah, they built up this lead 3 points at a time.
We'll see if they can keep this pace. Not sure they can win it by relying on just the 3.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
And the dunk by Duncan.
Yeah, they have gone full throttle from the opening tip, showing no signs of letting up.
Yeah, they're in control on both ends of the court, and it's always impressive when you build a double-digit lead in the first quarter.
Wembanyama with the bucket.
And standing easily over 7 feet. When Wemby gets that ball near the hoop, literally nothing a defender can do.
That one falls. Curry's got 8 points.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
They got off to such a hot start, and that can keep you energized throughout the whole game.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that position.
It's been all about Stephen Curry for Atlanta. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for Atlanta.
Well, so far, their long-range shooting has been the story, doing damage from deep.
And something else that's working for them is ball movement. A lot of their points so far have come as a result of smart plays.
Atlanta leading by 11. Now Wall. Outside Hill. And it's off from three-point range. So it's Brooklyn now. With the league's 65-game rule, Joel Embiid might have trouble making another All-NBA team.
Yeah, he's only reached that 65-game mark twice in his career. But he's still a lock to make the Hall of Fame, Kevin, because of how dominant he is when he plays. And look, he's already got an MVP.
Outside Hill. Pass to Tatum. 6 on the shot clock. And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Now here's Ingram. And it's sent back by Hill. They get it back. Here's Embiid. There's Embiid with the dunk.
Defense looks helpless against Embiid on that slam. He's just too physical.
Outside, Sabonis. Spins. The kick out to Wall. Shoots. Gilgeous-Alexander with the rebound. Brooklyn trails by 7. Here's Irving. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Brad Hill picks one up.
A great athlete and an even better human being. It's easy to love Julius Irving. What he brings to this team and also what he brings to the community.
And it's a luxury to have a great shooter like him at the line. Very rarely see a miss.
Reeves in the corner. And as it goes out of bounds, Atlanta able to keep the ball here.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
That's fine. You love the effort, not making things easy for the opposition on offense.
Embiid knocks it loose.
Yeah, defensively, Embiid can take over a game with his reach. Big block from him there.
Atlanta leading by 5. Tatum on the wing. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. And Brooklyn making a change here.
Number 33, Brent Hill.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Sabonis. Atlanta making some changes.
Substitutions on the court.
Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. From way outside, Joel Embiid.
just another thing that makes Embiid unguardable. He can hit shots from any spot on the floor.
Curry is inside. And once again off the mark by Atlanta. And here's Brooklyn. 9 points in a row. Good run for him right now. Irving, good.
Obviously, this guy has a talent for scoring. Able to problem solve for whatever the defense tosses at him.
Here's Curry with the 3. Wow! Curry, automatic from deep.
You knew it was coming because Steph, this man loves a good duel.
Hill. And stolen by Malone. For 3. Curry's shot is off. Brooklyn trailing. Irving for 3. Tim Duncan grabs the miss. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. From 13, Brooklyn with the rebound. Here's Irving with the drive. Here's Thomas. And then Thomas with the jam.
Good to see a player going all out when the game's this tight.
You know, G.A., he knows what his job is. Control the offensive glass.
He's just giving them everything he has. It's what his teammates appreciate and enjoy playing with him.
So a tie game here as we finish the first half. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Here's Wall. Pass to Hill. And it's sent back by Hill. That's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. From the inbound. And Wall with the slam. And it's Wall with the ball for Atlanta. A 2-point game. And the slam dunk by Wall.
And to say Wall's explosive at the rim doesn't do him justice. I mean, this guy is a freak of nature. You know, when Rudy Gobert is down low, it strikes fear into the opponent. This is a guy who has led the league in blocks and rebounds at different times. Inside the paint, he is just a nightmare to battle against.
Here's Wall.
With his athleticism, Wall can put defenders in a tough spot and always able to draw foul.
This is his first free throw of the game. And so Wall nails both of them. Now here's Wall. Second half rolling along now. About a minute played here. Takes it inside. No good on that one. Wall with some nice D. And here's Brooklyn. The lead is 2. Offensive rebound. And slam dunk by Gobert.
And good luck keeping Gobert off the boards. He has a tremendous nose for the ball.
Here's Tatum. The flush by Tatum.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. Pass to Hill. Poke loose. Inside. Gobert in the corner. From outside, off the mark.
That was a good possession. They got a clean look. The shot just didn't fall.
Outside Roy. And there's the drive. Here's Wall. Offensive rebound. Roy can't hit. Reeves with it. Still yet to score. The kick out to Sabonis. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. And so it's Brooklyn with it. And Roy, here we go. And then Roy with the jam.
And once Roy takes that first step, the defense knows trouble is on the way, and then he's just able to slice right through them.
Here's Wall. Rebounded by McAdoo. Brooklyn leading by 4. Over to the wing. Back to Wall. Wall with the steal. And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. There's Sabonis. And slam dunk by Sabonis.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
An important 2 points, not just on the scoreboard, but also for a little bit of momentum.
Nice shot by McAdoo.
And love the pass from Hill right there. A true team player.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Wall. That's his first foul.
First team foul. Substitutions on the court.
Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Curry outside. Brooklyn with the rebound. Here's Hill. DeMar DeRozan grabs the board. The Atlanta trails by 5. Right side Hill. Out to the right wing. McAdoo inside. Wall's shot is off. It'll count. He can't get that one. The third quarter comes to a close. Brooklyn ahead, leading by 5. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just
29.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Here's Curry. On the wing, Brandon Roy. Curry on the wing. Shoots over ball. Curry can't get it to go. Brooklyn leading by 5. And it's Hill with the jam.
Nice there, getting the reverse. Love that. And the fans got a little bit of a show there.
Guys, that one definitely had a little something extra on it. Curry outside. And that one is off.
This is the definition of forcing it. He's trying to get himself going, but taking tough shots just won't do it.
Curry in the lane. And the jam by Stephen Curry.
And once Curry swipes it, he's off to the races. Terrific initiative.
Now a timeout call by Brooklyn. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, during that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Brooklyn's head coach said to the team. He demanded something of his guys. He said, I'm not satisfied yet. Are you? You've worked hard, but we need to keep piling it on. Don't give them any hope. Guys?
Thanks so much, David. Curry outside. Thomas grabs the rebound. Brooklyn leading by 7. Here's Irving. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's on Brandon Roy.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Brooklyn.
These guys have been hitting the offensive boards hard throughout this whole game. Great job converting the extra opportunities.
And also, guys, they pushed the ball and been able to score in transition, trying to take advantage of playing in the open floor as often as possible.
Back to Curry. Here's the 3. Buries the long-range jumper. Curry's got 5 points in the quarter.
What focus from
Curry on offense so far, doing everything he can to provide a lift for his squad.
Yeah, nice, strong finish on the inside.
But Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality. Duncan outside. From deep. Buries it from three-point range.
How about the concentration from Duncan? Doesn't budge even in the biggest of moments.
It's down low. That shot off. Nice D from DeRozan. And here's Duncan. He'll bring it up for Atlanta. Pass to Roy. And then Roy with the jam.
A great score. Roy just waiting for his moment.
Outside Irving. And the shot goes down.
You'd love to get the ball this close in every trip where you can almost just not miss.
Curry looking around. This one for three. And that comes off the assist by Duncan. Curry's got a couple of three-pointers now in the fourth for Atlanta. And there's the call on Roy. That's foul number 2 for him. To the right side. And the dunk by Embiid.
The guy you want to have the ball. Embiid, this man is a superstar.
Here's Duncan. Yes!
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
What a huge play coming through when it matters most.
The kick out to Irving. There's 39 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Clock at 4. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one on DeRozan.
And this is important for Wembanyama's development, wanting to step up and be a leader.
And so both free throws are good. And it's a 3-point game.
This isn't a done deal yet, but they have got to move quick.
Yeah, they need to focus on scoring every possession and not turning over the ball.
Pass to Malone. Irving with the steal. It's stolen by Duncan. Here's Curry. Back to Duncan. And here is Curry. Misses the 3. And so it's Brooklyn who scrapes by with the win. What a show they put out here at home tonight.
I mean, these are those games that feel so great to win, and really, it's like a knife in the gut to lose. You gotta love being on the edge of your seat and just wondering what's gonna happen. How is this thing gonna play out?
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. Alongside Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony and our reporter David Aldridge and the entire 2K Sports crew. This is Kevin Harlan saying so long. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.
Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA action on 2K Sports. Moments away, it'll be Brooklyn going up against San Francisco. Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Anderson alongside Clark Kellogg and Grant Hill. On the sidelines, Allie LaForce.
Here we go.
And Brooklyn with possession here. Here's Roy. And a miss there on the triple.
18 foul. Team Duncan. First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Duncan. There's the screen. The three. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
So much fun watching Tim Duncan play. So good and efficient.
And he goes in for the dunk.
I'll tell you, he is so tough to keep down once he gets near that rim.
Yeah, he can get up even a few notches higher.
Well, and that's exactly how the game is played in the paint inside, guys. I mean, you can play over the top. I think you've got a big advantage.
And there's the call on LaMelo Ball. That's his first foul of the game.
These calls can be so difficult for officials to make. Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. The defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set. Woo! His energy is unmatched. And, you know, you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
And we're about a minute into the first. Pass the ball. Out to the wing. The three ball. Outside Wembanyama. Another shot. And he nails the jumper.
All too easy for Wembanyama. He feels like no one can defend him inside.
Right side Curry. Pass to Leonard. Clock at 6. Back to Curry. This one for three. Buries it from three.
Off a pass, Steph Curry. That one is always going in, or almost always going in. B.A., when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice.
And, guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and 1 foot.
San Francisco with the ball. Following the bucket by Brooklyn. Pass to Malone. Brooklyn pulls it in.
Got the ball where he wanted it, but then got swarmed.
Good chance here for Thomas. It's good. And the assist that time from Ball.
Not exactly what Coach wanted coming up the floor, but he'll take it.
It's hard to question the energy LaMelo Ball brings to the court every night, Clark.
It certainly is, and it's contagious, B.A. That's what I like about it. He elevates other guys. As a teammate playing with LaMelo, he elevates your energy level because you've got to match his. He gives the team, I think, a nice edge in being able to perform on a consistent basis.
And Ball gets it to go.
Really important for Ball to maintain his poise around the basket. That's what allows him to take a bump like that and still convert.
Tatum feeling it out a bit. Fires the three. Victor Wembanyama grabs the board. Brooklyn leading by 4. And the dunk by Wembanyama.
And Wembanyama can dunk it basically just standing up. You gotta keep him out of the paint.
Connects from downtown.
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Here's Duncan. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. Duncan's got his second basket.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it. And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
The three from Wembanyama drains the triple. Wembanyama's got 7.
Yeah, you've got to worry about Wembanyama everywhere. He puts a defense to the test.
And the basket by Curry.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at it.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. Brooklyn out in front, up 5. Don't go away. We'll be back with the second quarter in just... Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. All right, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Brooklyn.
Look at the fast break point total from these guys. I mean, they're really hustling, working hard, and those hustle points are showing up on the scoreboard.
Yeah, on top of that, they've been resourceful defensively, generating scoring opportunities by forcing turnovers.
And Curry's got the ball here for San Francisco, trailing by 5. Kicks it out to Antetokounmpo. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Well, Clark, we all continue to be amazed by Giannis. What do you like most about his game?
I just think his passion and energy and relentless effort. He gives it to you every time he steps between the line. You get the sense he's not taking any plays off, and he's trying his very best, and that's an endearing quality and something I've really admired about his game throughout his career.
And there's a whistle. That'll belong to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That'll be a second foul of the game. San Francisco with the ball. It's a 3-point game. Here's Antetokounmpo. Pass to Malone. 3-pointer. The kick out. Curry deflects the pass. And they're pushing it up. Irving for 3. Rebound San Francisco.
Defense dodged the bullet that time. Total breakdown.
And the dunk by Leonard.
Tons of power and momentum behind Leonard's drive. He's not easily stopped when he's going like that.
Outside Irving. Nice move. And Irving powers it home.
Hitting the afterburners to get the easy slam.
Pass to Duncan. Here's Malone. Defended by Gobert. 6 on the shot clock. And Malone gets it to go. Malone's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
As a big, unless you're a dedicated rim runner, have to be some kind of threat from distance.
They get it back. And then Embiid with the dunk.
Embiid will eat you alive on the offensive boards. You've got to box that guy out.
And San Francisco calls time here. And the players take this opportunity to get some Gatorade. Getting some fluids in you is so important during these timeouts. Get fresh, keep those batteries charged.
Yeah, without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a ball game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have to be hydrated.
And here's San Francisco, trailing by 2. And so the ball out of bounds. Gilgeous-Alexander tucks it last.
Coming onto the floor for your home team.
Antetokounmpo for 3. Antetokounmpo showing his range.
Well, if Giannis is knocking down threes, defensively, nothing you can do.
Here's Duncan. Denied by Tatum. And he gets it back. Duncan, no good.
A rare miss for him at point-blank range. That's one he'd like to have back.
A combination of size and elite athleticism on full display from Giannis there.
You know, Grant, in interviews, Jason Tatum often seems understated and soft-spoken. But that's just him, isn't it?
That's true, B.A. Tatum has a quiet confidence about him. He doesn't feel the need to be loud or act out. He lets his work on the court do all the talking for him.
Off the window, it's good.
An effective score from the mid-range. Wall looking assertive, pulling up from that area.
Here's Irving. No good. Unable to win this run. San Francisco leading by 5. And they're dialed in offensively.
Sure are. Staying in attack mode and at the same time playing under control.
Curry, no good.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Embiid can't hit. San Francisco with the ball. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter. And they're able to recover. Leonard for three. Brooklyn pulls it in. Left side Ingram. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot two.
Boy, the potential Ingram has is exciting to think about. I mean, a versatile swing man who wants to keep getting better. Keep an eye on this young fella.
And Grant, I know you played a part in Embiid's decision to join Team USA.
Yeah, B.A. I spent a lot of time talking to Joel Embiid and convincing him to play for us in the U.S. men's national team.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw.
You know, when you talk Kawhi Leonard, you start with his defense, and I don't know if there's a better wing defender around.
Out to the right wing. We've got 22 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Ingram. The rebound by Duncan.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Here's Leonard. They grab their own miss. The kick out, Curry. And so it's San Francisco with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. Great shot selection right now, keeping the game simple and getting high percentage looks. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. Fires the three. There he is, the three-point king, delivers on cue.
That's Curry's game. I mean, you can't give him a sliver of daylight out there.
Inside. Ball no good. And so Curry will bring it up for San Francisco. They lead by the biggest margin of the game at 9.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
Ingram with the ball. Curry with the block.
Love seeing the little guy bounce like that. You know, Curry, he doesn't block a lot of shots, but when he does, it gets his teammates amped up.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Off target from three-point range. San Francisco leading by 9. Outside Curry. Antetokounmpo outside. Pass to Duncan. 6 to shoot. Fires from deep. Leonard on the wing. There's the three. No good on the shot.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
To the wing on the left. To the middle. Gobert. Antetokounmpo with the block.
Beyond his wingspan, Giannis's timing is what makes him a special shot blocker.
There's the drive. Basket counts. Antetokounmpo's got 9.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
And, you know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Thomas outside. They set the pick. Down low. The shot by McAdoo, no good. San Francisco leading by 11. Pass to Curry. Oh, the strength of Giannis.
Boy, the overwhelming strength of Giannis just excels at fighting his way through the defense. Very impressive.
Here's Irving. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. It's going to go on Kawhi Leonard.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
Here's Tatum. On the wing, Curry. 11 points in the game. Pass to Duncan. Off target with the three. Brooklyn trails by 12. Here's McAdoo. Blocked. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Gobert.
Substitution for your home team.
58 seconds left to play in the third quarter. On the wing, Tatum. Beyond the arc. Jason Tatum.
Thanks for tuning in this Wednesday. 2K Sports presents the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony as well as Brent Barry. And we'll be catching up a bit from the sideline with David Aldridge. And so off the tip, it's Brooklyn. Roy with it. He's picked up by White. They get the rebound. Wembanyama uses the glass to finish the layup.
You have to be aware of Wembanyama on the boards. Really keep a body on it.
Takes the 13-footer. Curry can't get it to go. And here's Brooklyn. And Brandon Roy with the slam.
Man, Roy can fly.
Outside Curry. And the three ball is good.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter's feel, but not who you want to leave open.
It's good.
And few defenders to ever play in this league have the ability to slow Wembanyama inside.
Well, some have argued that Wembanyama deserved Defensive Player of the Year consideration in his rookie year.
And Kevin, I can see where they're coming from. His team went from a bottom five defense to a top five defense when he was on the floor. His impact is amazing.
Now White, after the missed three from Tim Duncan. The tray. Wembanyama with the rebound. And here's Wembanyama. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. Pass the ball. And ball gets double teamed. And Wembanyama throws it down.
Wembanyama is a specimen going at the rim there with a purpose. Outside, White launches it. Victor Wembanyama grabs the rebound. Here's Duncan. Here's the three. And he's good on the three ball. It's rare that you see this from Duncan, so you know he had to really like the shot.
.151 left to play here in the first. On its way from Curry for two. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls.
You know, not necessarily what you're looking for, but still able to convert.
Here's Wembanyama for three. White left side. Pass to Curry. Stolen by Duncan. Over Markkanen. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
Duncan with that innate ability to shoot the basketball.
Here's Curry. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. And they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. Brooklyn leading by 6. Duncan outside. Outside for Roy. Here's Wembanyama. And Wembanyama throws it down.
Scraping and clawing, doing everything he can to grow that lead.
Emphatic on the putback stuff.
Team's having a tough time containing him, attacking all the way there. As a big, once you get position inside, it allows you to fight and come away with a lot of tough boards.
Outside for Curry. Markkanen looking it over. Duncan down low. It's tipped and stolen by Thomas. Now it's Thomas running. He can go all the way. Tim Thomas.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Well, if I was baking up a lead, I'd add 2 ingredients. One would be playing smart. The other one, playing selfless. They've done that tonight. Serve it up.
And so it's Brooklyn going into the break with a 10-point lead. Their defense has been terrific in this game. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stance for Brooklyn?
They're controlling the pace of this game, pushing the ball up court and getting good looks in early offense.
They've really attacked off of the turnovers, so leaking out and capitalizing on fast break stuff.
Pass to White. Over Irving. And it's White missing.
His touch from mid-range, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
Shot on the wing. Here's McAdoo. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Ooh, how about the powerful move there on that slam from McAdoo? Not many are better than him at getting the job done on the interior. He'll always find a way to finish at the rim when he gets a chance.
It's Curry outside. Rebounded by McAdoo.
And even though he didn't get a piece of that shot, you love the pressure he puts on the shooter.
Yeah, that's the kind of energy that you want to see on every possession throughout the game.
Better than most centers from the line. Embiid exceptional with his hands.
And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
Brooklyn shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game. New York calls timeout. First one falls for him.
A great athlete and an even better human being. It's easy to love Julius Erving. What he brings to this team and also what he brings to the community.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
And the dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off.
Kept alive. Pass to White. Now Curry. 6 on the shot clock. And the jam by Stephen Curry.
Okay, Steph rising up. You know, shooters can dunk too.
Brooklyn leading by 16.
And what I love about Markkanen, he takes care of the basketball, and that's a result of being patient, playing smart, and just generally getting his points within the flow of the offense.
Curry can't get it to go. And here's Brooklyn stringing it together. They've got an 11-2 run going. Another shot. Nice shot by McAdoo. McAdoo's got 5 points in the quarter.
That's a testament to the effort there on the boards. Never willing to give up on the possession, finding ways to sniff out the ball.
Curry. Book it off the crossover.
And how about when Curry gets fancy with it? His confidence is what allows him to pull off these moves.
And it's Jason Tatum with the foul.
Jason Tatum.
That's foul number 2 for him.
Foul. 4th team foul.
Ingram wide open. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
And this is what Ingram's coaches encourage him to do because they know these kinds of shots get him into rhythm.
Outside Curry. And Curry throws it down.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, why settle for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that?
Brent, there can't be any question now that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has arrived as an NBA superstar.
No doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, you finish in the top 3 of MVP voting. That is a stamp of approval. SGA, one of the more feared players in the game, and this guy is on his way.
Some nice passing by New York here. Here's Tatum, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That one on Embiid.
And you watch Jason Tatum, year to year, he is a model of consistency. Across the board, the numbers are pretty similar, and the effort never wanes.
And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. And here's Ingram from the arc. Here's Embiid, and Embiid throws it down.
It just knows where to go. Embiid positioning himself perfectly to get the putback.
Here's Curry with the 3. Rebound, Brooklyn.
New York foul.
And you know, guys, with Embiid on the floor, it's not just about his individual play. He changes everything for everyone on that team. That's how dominant he is. It's not just statistics. His presence alone propels them.
And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Here's Ingram. Takes it off the glass.
Brandon Ingram.
Ingram's got 5 now.
And he's got the length and size to do damage inside. They just want him to keep adding good weight.
Pass to Mitchell. Driving the lane. And it's sent back by McAdoo. Stolen by Mitchell. All sorts of time. Gilgeous-Alexander pulls it in. Down low. Malone with the steal. Here's Mitchell. Good! What a play!
That is fun to watch. Lets it go at the very last second.
Oh, man, that's got to be frustrating for the defense, too. You just give up momentum like that at the end of the quarter.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. All with it. Shoots from the elbow. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Wall's got the first bucket of the third here for New York. Here's Wembanyama for 3. Connects from three-point range.
3 points.
And a monster game for Wemby with the matchup issues he creates. I'm not sure anyone in this league can stop him when he's on.
And here's Brooklyn. Takes the 3. And it's Malone with the rebound. Here's Hill. The shot, no good. Great D that time from Roy. Here's Wembanyama.
He runs so well for his size. Wembanyama knows how to finish on the break.
And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Here's Wall. New York, no good that time either. On the wing, Brandon Roy. Leonard with the steal. Pass to Malone. Off target from outside. Here's Wembanyama for three. Here's Duncan. Nice work on the boards, paying off with the basket. Duncan's got 7 points in the game.
Well, if you don't box out the big fundamental, you're going to have a fundamental problem.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Wall. That is his first foul of the game. Outside Roy. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
Right side Wall. Outside Hill. Poke loose. Duncan high post. Clock at 6. And stolen by Malone.
And he was camped in just the right spot to swipe that pass away down low.
And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
How about the handles there from Kawhi, totally throwing off the defense.
Wembanyama, right side. Basket good. He's got 16.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
Here's Wall. Garnett trying to break loose. Wall, that's good.
And that was just a case of John Wall exerting his will, not going to be denied inside.
Fires from the wing. Wall, no luck. And here's Malone. He'll bring it up for New York. And 1:01 left for the third. Brooklyn with the rebound. It's stolen by Hill. And it's Garnett penetrating. Here's Malone. And it falls over the rim and in.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check. And kind of par for the course here, right? Coming through with a solid offensive game to help them get this lead.
Wall wide open. Gets it to go from 18 feet away. Wall's got 6 here in this quarter.
Such a shrewd playmaker. Love watching Wall break down the defense in the pick and roll.
And Brooklyn with another turnover here. A difficult situation for New York. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Good on the triple. Wall's got 9 points now in just the second half.
Yeah, I mean, from 3. Wall looking relaxed out there. And one of the game's more confident players. He can be a streaky but deadly outside shooter.
Wembanyama, that's for 2. No luck, they battled on the glass but couldn't knock it down. And so it's Victor Wembanyama making things happen for Brooklyn. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all... And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Brooklyn leading by 21. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander outside. On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander. Shot clock at 6. Over Wall. Back to Embiid. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Wall. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Fouling like that isn't how you get back in the game.
They get a hand on it. Pass to Gobert. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. 6 to shoot. Over Wall. And again, no good by Brooklyn. New York trails by 21. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Irving. Brooklyn on defense. And Garnett misses.
There's some defense for you. For someone who's as good at shooting the three ball as he is, you need a defender who's equally good at guarding against it.
And Leonard has it in the corner. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one on Gilgeous-Alexander.
Good scorers have that ability. When Leonard gets that deep, it's usually a bucket, a trip to the free throw line, or both.
Brooklyn leading by 19. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Doesn't go either for Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside, Hill. To the middle. Pass to Malone. On the wing. New York, no good that time either. Brooklyn with the ball. Inside. And it's sent back by Hill. And here's Garnett. Some nice passing by New York here. Here's Wall. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
First personal foul.
With his athleticism, Wall can put defenders in a tough spot and always able to draw fouls.
And so John Wall nails both of them. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Irving. Into the lane. And then Irving slams it in.
And finally, someone scores.
Yeah, the buckets have been few and far between, and neither team able to get into any sort of offensive rhythm.
It's tipped, and the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
Jump ball, jump ball. Pull. Bring 2 players.
Pass to Thomas. There's the 3. The second chance effort. And Embiid finishes inside.
And looming large on the interior. Embiid, hard to deny.
New York calls timeout. 1:39 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Some changes for Brooklyn.
Substitution on the court.
Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Here's Curry. Victor Wembanyama grabs the rebound. To the inside. Paul. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Stephen Curry.
So much drive in this game. Ball wants to beat you and make you feel it.
And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats here for Brooklyn?
Guys, they've done everything they can in this one to just dominate that backboard offensively and keeping control of the ball and then converting.
You also have to admire the way they've gotten out and run in transition. And they've run wide, they've run their lanes, they've been doing it with a great pace. And that's produced some easy scores.
Here's Wembanyama. The good-looking shot from the wing.
And you don't anticipate a guy over 7 feet tall pulling up and drilling a shot like that.
Here's Curry with the 3. Rebounded by Victor Wembanyama. Brooklyn with the ball. Right now they're on a 9-0 run. And it's hauled in by Lauri Markkanen.
They'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space. Just clanked it.
And that one, good.
A good strategy here from the coaching staff. Put the ball in Curry's hands and see what happens. He ends up being pretty good. What elevation. He's a smaller but still determined big man. And he likes mixing it up with his impressive vert.
To the paint. Here's Wembanyama. And the shot goes down.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
You love that the guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
Now here's Curry. Lets the three fly. Misses the shot. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look